And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo now going underneath. It's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
180! Left 80! 6! 21. Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man. That's Landry. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Coleman now. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
20!
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Drops it off for Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Strong right! Strong right! Okay, over here. Check 43. That's fine, yeah.
And they'll go on the ground. Spins away. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Zoom.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's fine, yeah. Gun.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Line right. Back to north.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Malcolm Mitchell, 70 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
I got him. Back's mine. I got him. Flag!
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. We got three, fellas. No.
On play action, Rodgers buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Quan Alexander in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Lex. Zoom. Hey, where y'all going? Check 50. Motion.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
14's moving. Jumbo!
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Hey, I'm coming. Yeah, Liz. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, come on, O.
So that'll back him up 5. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, got three. Six.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This will be fielded at the 17. Shifts by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Back to north. 319. Yeah, Liz. Jumbo! Gun. Let's go. Jumbo! Zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Liz. We are going. Check out.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we are going. Strong right. No.
They'll run for it with West, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Detroit!
Young now from the 50. Going deep here for Landry. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Oh, spinning away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Jumbo! Single. Strong right! Watch the shot! Green 19
On play action. Now Rodgers. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. Malcolm Mitchell, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
It's Young off play action. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Zoom.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he's got room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Packers add on to their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard. line.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. Caught left side, Garcon. He got 29 yards that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
They'll roll him out right. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Eric Armstead in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rodgers now to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
That's fine, yeah. Yeah, Liz. Wide left.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Kenny Clark able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. The play fake. Now Young. Steps away to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They go play action. Young. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Wingo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Young will set to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do. But
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Right. 319. 319. Zoom. Double dog. That's the way. Jumbo. Back to north. Zoom. Watch the slant. Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Going underneath, it's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, Young. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Young. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and 10, Young. Eluding the press, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Flushed out right. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Young. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game.
Go, go, go. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Rodgers looking to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Chavez. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
26.
That may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Rodgers to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Solomon Thomas. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping. It was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Josh Jones, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
You